Stay tuned to the very end to find out about a special offer from this episode's guest. Hi, I'm Claire, founder of Open Stage Arts drama and singing classes for adults. For this podcast, I chat with people who have found or refound their creativity as adults. We'll explore their childhood experiences of the arts, discuss how they came to the artistic practices they now love, and consider the barriers they may have experienced between the two. We'll also explore what it is that people value and gain from their newfound artistic pursuits, and how their creative lives enrich their practical, necessary, everyday lives. For this bonus episode, I'm really excited to be speaking again with Cassandra Sabo, who was one of my first podcast guests. See Season 1, Episode 3. Cass is a fabulous textile artist and founder of the Oxford Weaving Studio, which is opening its doors for workshops to give others the opportunity to get creative and learn a new skill. Let's find out more. Hi Cassandra, how lovely to see you again.
Hi Claire, how are you?
I'm very well. So the studio is opening and workshops are back on the calendar. Can you tell me more about them?
Yeah, sure. It's taken a little while to get myself organized, but it is fabulous to have lots of people back in the studio. It's exciting because in workshops, I've tweaked them over the last few months as I've been kind of coming back out of lockdown. And part of the tweaking has been the result of a loom that I've designed. And so that students, when they start to do new workshops, get to start working on this new loom.
Brilliant. Tell me more about the new loom.
So the new loom is called the Oxford Frame Loom. It's a new loom design that I created myself and actually is an extension of my original frame looms that I've been teaching on for the last few years. And the reason why the loom is special is because it finally enables me to help teach people sort of my style of weaving. It's a bit more authentic for the way that I work. And it also enables students to discover their style of weaving, because beginner weavers who don't yet know what type of style they like, whether they like thick and chunky, fine, simple patterns, textures, colors, there's so much to learn. And traditional frame looms really only allow you to focus on tapestry, which tends to be thicker yarns, more sort of plain weave, which is kind of a classic sort of rug type design. Whereas these new looms actually also enable you to weave more hand weaving techniques. So it's kind of a hybrid frame loom design, and it's the first of its kind on the market.
Brilliant. Well done, you. So when people come to a workshop, what should they expect? What's going to happen?
Yeah, so the workshop format actually hasn't changed very much. I've had to tweak the studio. So the studio is looking a lot more organized and colorful. There's a bit more space to move around. So in terms of, sort of practical elements, yeah, the workshops are definitely an improvement. But the content is going to stay much the same, or the format. So I like to welcome people in. They come, they've booked online. They will get emails from me in advance, and I will give them all the details about where they have to be, when to show up, and to choose their yarn starter packs, because I always like to give people a bit of a head start with their yarn choices, because colors and textures is the fun bit. So once they arrive, we have all of that waiting for them, including their looms. So depending on the type of workshop, we work on different types of looms. Sometimes it'll be the Oxford frame loom. Sometimes it's on ring sets for like example, the circular weaving workshop. So whatever materials they need, it's all included. They come to the workshop, sit down. I have coffee, tea, we have biscuits throughout the morning. It's very relaxed. I give tuition on, all the different types of ways that you can weave, and hopefully they come away with, sort of a new skill set, new knowledge. Often people come with a background or experience with other sort of fiber crafts like knitting or crochet, etc. So depending on the group that I get, yeah, we kind of take it in direction that sort of suits the group. So I tailor it to the people that are around me. So yeah, no, really excited just to have everyone back in the studio, and to be teaching again is absolutely fabulous.
That's brilliant, Cass. How do you think people are responding to coming back into the studio after various lockdowns?
Yeah, it's interesting. I wasn't sure how people would feel. my space is, it's sort of adapted like every space has to be, as best it can for, accommodating people. So from a practical standpoint, I think people are getting more comfortable with it, and that will still take time. But on a sort of mental health and sort of social aspect, I think people are really, really encouraged and really keen to get back into group activities, doing things where they can actually spend time around others. Because I think that's the thing we've missed most with COVID-19. It's that sort of belonging to a group and spending time with others, meeting new people. And also, I think the mental health aspect of weaving particularly is incredibly helpful, where people come and can just sort of unwind. They learn to weave, and then they take this skill home with them afterwards that they can use when things do get a bit much, because although we feel like we're out of it, we don't yet know fully. And so this is not just a skill for sort of, lockdown. It's a skill for life, that, if you can learn something that you can take away and feel comfortable with it and sort of learn and grow on a personal level, I think that's an even bigger win. That's why I think the workshops are great. It's a starting point for, someone's journey on doing something more for themselves, and just feeling more comfortable and, having something to focus on at home in their own time.
Yeah, doing something for yourself, doing something creative for yourself. It's what we're all about here at Creativity Found.
Absolutely.
So when people want to book onto these workshops, where do they need to go?
Well, my website, that's the easiest place, oxfordweavingstudio.com. So you can find me online, and all my workshops are uploaded for you to just click and browse and buy directly. You can also follow me on Instagram or Facebook. You can find me again at Oxford Weaving Studio. And if you're really keen to get a head start, just to check out some of the videos that I've taught before and recorded, you can follow me on YouTube as well. I have a new YouTube channel, and I'm slowly uploading some of the techniques and, sort of blog posts and other things. And that's, again, you can find me at the Oxford Weaving Studio. So pretty much the same. If you remember the Oxford Weaving Studio or forget anything, just Google it, you'll find me.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Cass. I hope people will enjoy learning a new skill, or maybe getting back to one that they have practiced in the past. It's been lovely to speak to you.
Thanks, Claire. Really appreciate it.
Creativity Found is an Open Stage Arts production. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, please subscribe, rate and review. If you would like to contribute to future episodes, visit ko-fi.com/creativityfoundpodcast. If you contact any of the artists featured, sign up to their workshops or buy their products, don't forget to mention Creativity Found Podcast. On Instagram or Facebook, follow at Creativity Found Podcast, where you'll find photos of our contributors' artwork and be kept abreast of everything we're up to. And now for that special offer. You can save 10% on any of Cassie's courses using the discount code CFPodcast10, all caps. Visit oxfordweavingstudio.com to choose and book your workshop.